and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. 77.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go. 54 right here. So right.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. O'Neill's got it, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4 I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets, but how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Sunday.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Omaha.
Throwing now is Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
72. 11.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down.
Here we go. You. Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. For right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
It's all right. 77.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Lucy, Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
He's going to get it running right. Oh, nice move. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Lucy, Lucy. Move.
To throw, it's Bortles. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin with a run by Crowell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Crowell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Lucy. 77.
Bortles now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So right. Green 80. Lucy. 11.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hank.
Bortles going to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bortles now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Lucy.
Now Bortles shedding through the defense. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Avery Williamson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
77. 11B.
Bortles. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
539, Lucy. Green is it.
Here's Yeldon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here we go.
On first down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And now out come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Darnold on first down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's a give to Crowell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for a Nunwa there. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
11. Move.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
77.
To throw is Bortles. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Punch right.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed, but I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson, so I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Avery Williamson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Omaha. 372. 11. 54 right here.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go. Omaha. Throw that. You. 372. And 54, Ricky.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throw that.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points. So
now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check. 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Blue line it. Blue line.
Darnold from the gun. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tillman Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone!
Darnold now to throw. Looking for Pryor long. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
Now it's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Steps away to his left. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Darnold to throw again. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing again is Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Sunday. 11B. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. The open man is Westbrook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Bortles to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
All good. 73. Lucy.
Bortles going to look to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, spread left. Hey, let's go. Left.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. Spread left.
To throw is Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19. Gone! 3-19. Gone! Over.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Jacksonville, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.